Current affair. Current affair was most important question of October. Okay, let's begin. The Indian Navy recently concluded which joint exercise with the Indian Army to enhance amphibious operation along the eastern seaboard. जल प्रहार 2025। भारत ने हाल ही में किस पड़ोसी देश के साथ अपनी पहली रेल लिंक परियोजना को मंजूरी दी है? ईरान के साथ। Which state has launched the Deen Dayal Lado Lakshmi Women Scheme? Haryana। The Batukama the Batukama festival, known as a floral festival, is primarily celebrated in which Indian state? Telangana। The World Seafood Congress 2026 will be hosted for the first time in which Indian city? Chennai। India has secured which global rank in the 2025 Index of Economic Freedom? 828। NCRB 2023 के अनुसार हिंसक अपराधों और दंगों के मामलों में पूर्वोत्तर क्षेत्र में कौन सा राज्य शीर्ष पर है? मणिपुर। According to NCRB 2023, which state topped the Northeast region in violent crime and rioting cases? Right. Yeah, Manipur. The Spice Route initiative aimed to connect ancient port and heritage sites in which Indian state? Kerala. Kerala, sir. The organization has been honored with the 31st MS Swaminathan Award for Environmental Protection. Shahaja Samrudha Mysuru. The Boxing Federation of India Cup, set to debut as a pathway to the national champ, will be held in which city? Chennai. Lecanemab, recently approved in Australia, is a monoclonal antibody drug used for the treatment of Alzheimer's disease. India's first helicopter final assembly line will be set up by Tata Group to manufacture which air-based helicopter model? Airbus H125. Which district has become India's first child marriage free district? Balot. Which city has been declared as India's first slum-free city? Chandigarh. Who has become the first person in the world worth $500 billion and may soon be the world's first trillionaire? Elon Musk. India has issued a 30,000 crore tender to boost air defense along the China-Pakistan border under which project? Under Shastra. When was the Union Public Service Commission established in India? 1926 पता है, 1 अक्टूबर 1926 में। Classical music maestro Pandit Channulal Misra, who recently passed away, belonged to which gharana? Banaras Gharana. The 11th World Green Economy Summit 2025 has been inaugurated in which city? Dubai. The Border Road Organization has built the world's highest motor level road at 19,400 feet in which region? Ladakh. According to a new survey by the Himachal Pradesh Forest Department, how many snow leopards have been recorded in the state? Up from 51 in 2023. The Indian Meteorological Department has confirmed the formation of cyclone Shakti over which region? Northeast Arabian Sea. Shani Takaichi is set to become the first female Prime Minister of which country? Japan. नाम से ही पता चला है. Who has been appointed as the Managing Director of Union Bank of India in 2025? Ashish Pandey. India has won the ISSA Award 2025 for outstanding achievement in which field? Social security. Mary E. Brunko, Fred Ramsdell, and Simon Sakaguchi have been awarded which Nobel Prize for the year 2025? Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine. The United Kingdom and India have launched the historic Earlier Strike group exercise named Konkan. India's Mars volcano, which recently erupted after 2 decades, is located in which region? Andaman Island. France is facing political turmoil after which Prime Minister resigned just 26 days after taking office. Sebastian Lecornu, Rajasthan's first Namo biodiversity park was recently inaugurated in which district? Alwar. Arunachal Pradesh will launch its first commercial coal mine at which location on October 6, 2025? Namfuk. Who has been elected as the new Director General of UNESCO, succeeding Audrey Azoulay? Khalid Al-Enani. NASA's Cassini spacecraft has provided new evidence suggesting the possibility of life on which moon of Saturn? In Enceladus. After 25 years, which country has joined NATO's fuel pipeline network? Poland. Which country has pioneered the world's first coral larvae cryobank to protect threatened reef? Philippines. Which country is set to remove for zeros from its national currency, the real, in a major demolition effort? Iran. Indian Air Force Day is celebrated every year on which date? 8 October. The 69th National School Games have recently kicked off in which Indian Union Territory? Jammu and Kashmir. Susumu Kitagawa, Richard Robson, and Omar M. Yagi have jointly won which award in 2025 Nobel Prize in Chemistry? Where is the 6th Global FinTech Fest 2025 begin, focusing on AI-powered finance? Mumbai. The central government has planned which mission to protect and conserve India's dwindling desert icon, the National Camel Mission? India's first cheetah safari. India's first cheetah safari has recently begun at which national park? Kuno National Park, Madhya Pradesh. Mera Mera Ho Chonga, a festival symbolizing Hill Valley unity, is celebrated in which Indian state? Manipur. Who has been selected to receive the 2025 Shastra Ramanujan Prize? Alexander Smith. Who won the 2025 Nobel Prize in Literature for his visionary Uyghur? Uyghur. Laszlo Krasnahoikai. Which country will host the 8th International Solar Alliance Assembly in 2025? India. Bharat. Why India? Bharat. It is Bharat. Both India, Bharat, Hindustan. Which country will host the IUCN Congress 2025? United Arab Emirates. PayPal. PayPal. PayPal has announced that India's UPI is its platform's first onboard payment system partner. Who is the CEO of PayPal? Alex Krish. Which ministry has launched the Jan Yojana campaign? Sabki Yojana Sabka Vikas. Ministry of Panchayati Raj. Who has been awarded the 2025 Nobel Peace Prize for Mercado Maria Corina Award towards democracy and human rights in Venezuela? Maria Corina. India has launched the National Red List initiative aimed at biodiversity conservation till 2030. The Indo-Russia military exercise Indra was recently conducted in which Indian city? Jaisalmer, Bikaner. Who has made history by becoming the first Indian to be crowned Miss Universe? Which country hosted the first? Which country hosted the world first lead underwater interview to raise awareness about ocean conservation? Fiji. Palwa. Kaziranga National Park Field Director Sonali Ghosh received which award for her innovative approach to protected area sustainability? Ramsar Conservation Award. WPCA Canton Millar Award. Taiwan President Lai recently announced which system to strengthen Taiwan security? Zero air defense. Thailand. India. Bhutan relies are set to visit Russia's Kalmykia for the first time under which country initiative? India. India. The International Day of Girl Child 2025 was observed on which date? Bara. Who has been appointed as the first mental health ambassador? The doctor. Soil. One of the highest among common materials, the aorta, human artery, behave like an elastomer stretching and recoiling with each heartbeat. Pressure. Definition: pressure is the force acting normally on unit area of a surface. Pressure equal to P, normal force on the surface equal surface by area on the surface. SI unit meter per meter square. Pascal per meter. Pressure is a scalar quantity. Atmospheric pressure. Pressure exerted by a mercury column of 76 centimeter at 0 degrees Celsius and 45 degrees Celsius latitude at sea level, equal to the weight of 76 column of mercury with 1 centimeter square cross sectional area. Generally measured in bar. 1 bar equal to 25 Newton per meter square. 1 atom equal to 1.01 bar equal to 1.01 into 25 Newton meter square equal to 760 power. 1 torque equal to pressure exerted by a mercury column of 1 mm length. Properties and observation. Atmospheric pressure decreases with altitude. This is why it is difficult to cook at high altitude. Fountain pen may leak in airplanes because of pressure. Measured by a barometer useful for weather forecasting. Sudden fall in barometric reading indicates a storm. Slow fall in barometric reading indicates rain. Slow rise in barometric reading indicates clear weather. Gauge pressure is the pressure measured above atmospheric pressure. It is the pressure shown by instrument like a tire pressure gauge or a pressure cooker gauge. If a tire shows 32 psi on a gas gauge, it means 32 psi more than atmospheric pressure. Absolute pressure, sum of atmospheric and gas pressure is called absolute pressure. Absolute pressure equal to gas pressure plus atmospheric pressure. Do you know a vacuum packed chips packet contains air at less than atmospheric pressure, which is why it looks puffed up when taken to high altitude or altitudes or in flight. High air are always filled to a certain gas pressure, but the absolute pressure inside is higher because it also includes atmospheric pressure. Gas pressure is what we usually measure in daily life, while absolute pressure is the total actual pressure. Pressure is in liquid. Force exerted on unit area of the container by liquid molecules is called liquid pressure. At depth h below the liquid surface, P equal to HdG, where D is density of liquid, G is acceleration due to gravity. Key point: in a static liquid at the same horizontal level, pressure is the same at all points. Pressure at the point in a static liquid act equally in all in all directions. Pressure at a point in a liquid is proportional to its depth from the free surface. Pressure 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 at a point is proportional to the density of the liquid. Law for pressure of liquid. If gravitational attraction is negligible, pressure is same at all points in a liquid in equilibrium. Pascal law. A pressure applied to a confined fluid at rest is transmitted equally undiminished to every part of the fluid and the walls of the container. This principle is used in a hydraulic pressure, brakes, jack or lift, etc. Do you know Do you know a small force applied on the pedal of a car brake can stop a moving car because Pascal law multiplies the force through hydraulic fluid. The hydraulic pressure is also called the multiplying machine as it converts a small force into a large one. Dentist chairs and vehicle service lift work on this principle. Effect of pressure on melting point and boiling point. The melting point of substances expanding on fusion increases with pressure. Do you know ice melts at a lower temperature under pressure? This is why ice skating is possible, as the pressure of the skates gets lower than melting point and creates a thin water layer for smooth gliding. Gliding. At very high altitude, water boils below 100 degrees Celsius due to reduced pressure, making it harder to cook food in mountain. A pressure cooker increases pressure inside, raising water's boiling point above 100 degrees Celsius, so food cooks faster. Flotation. Buoyant force. When a body is immersed partly or wholly in a liquid, an upward force acts on it due to liquid. This force is called buoyant force or upthrust. It equals the weight of the liquid displaced while the body acts at the center of gravity of the displaced liquid. Studied first by Archimedes' principle. When a body is immersed partly or fully in a liquid, there is an apparent loss of weight equal to the weight of the liquid displacement by the body. Do you know Archimedes discovered his principle while bathing, noticing water overflow, leading to his famous exclamation, Eureka! Goldsmith used Archimedes' principle to test the purity of gold by checking its density through water displacement. Law of flotation. A body floats in a liquid if its density is less than or equal to the density of the liquid. If its density equals the density of liquid, it floats fully submerged in neutral equilibrium. In neutral equilibrium, the body's weight equal to the weight of the liquid displaced. The center of gravity of the body and center of gravity of displacement liquid should lie on a vertical line. Center of buoyancy, the center of gravity of the liquid displaced by a body. Metacenter. When a floating body is slightly tilted, the center of buoyancy shifts. The point where the vertical line through the new position of the center of buoyancy meets the initial vertical line is called the metacenter. Condition for stable equilibrium of a floating body. The metacenter must be above the center of gravity of the body. The line joining the center of gravity of the body and the center of floating should be vertical. Density mass per unit volume is defined as density rho equal to mass by volume. SI unit is equal to square. In the tube, specific weight or weight density W, specific weight W equal to weight by volume, V equal to mg by B equal to mg by B into G equal to rho into G. SI unit meter per Newton per meter cube. Specific weight of pure water at 4 degrees Celsius is 9.81 kilonewton per meter cube. Relative density R equal to density of given liquid by density of pure water at 4 degrees Celsius. Relative density is an unitless ratio if it is measured by hydrometer. Observation about density. C. Water density greater than fresh water density, so easier to swim in seawater. Ice float in water with 1/10 part above the water. If ice melt in a vessel of water, the water level does not change. Purity of milk measured by lactometer. Do you know submarines control buoyancy using water tanks to dive or surface? Iceberg float because ice is less dense than seawater. About 90% of an iceberg is underwater. Ships are designed with a hull pull shape to maximize displaced water, increasing buoyant force safely. Modern ships, submarines, hydrometer, and hot air balloons all work on the basis of Archimedes' principle. This principle also explains why heavier humans often float better. Body fat is less dense than water, adding buoyancy. Specific gravity. It is defined as the ratio of the specific weight of the given fluid to the specific weight of pure water at 4 degrees Celsius. 4 degrees Celsius. Specific gravity equal to specific weight of given liquid. Specific weight of pure water at 4 degrees Celsius. 9.81 Newton per meter cube equal to PL into G. PW into G equal to PL into G. PW equal to RD of the liquid. Relative density of liquid. Specific gravity of fluid. Fluid temperature. Specific gravity.
It has no official release name.